So, you want to know how to get mail while traveling on the road, living the van life, or van dwelling. I got you. You came to the right place. It's 2024, and I'm going to give you the information that you need to know how to get a virtual personal address. They're not just for businesses. You can use this for your personal mail, packages, documents, all of that. Amazon, okay, Temu, whatever the case may be, you'll be able to use these virtual addresses. If you're new to my channel, my name is Shalonda Elise. This is Le Chateau. I am a van dweller. I travel very slowly, living in my desired states for a few years before I move on to the next state that I want to be in. And you are watching the Freedom Castle Cafe. First things first, a virtual address is not a P.O. box. It's an actual physical address. Typically, you will have these addresses in a commercial office where you'll go, there'll be a receptionist, and you pick up your mail and packages there. You can choose your address based on whatever state you're in and then narrow it down by city. So if you want something like, I'm in California right now, so I can choose an address in whatever county, Orange County, Santa Barbara County, Los Angeles County, and then whatever city from there. The rates of the virtual addresses vary by service that you use and location. I would highly recommend getting your virtual address, paying for it annually instead of month by month by month. Just pay for it one time for the whole year, and then you can go from there. Another thing that you want to keep in mind first, when you start looking at the companies that you want to go with for your virtual address, make sure you look at all of the details, because some of them, depending on the package that you choose, it will determine how much mail you'll be able to receive for free, how many packages you'll be able to receive for free. When I say for free, included in the price that you paid already for the year. Keep that in mind. So make sure you just look through all of it. Now, you can have mail sent, as far as I know, anywhere in the country. In order to get a virtual address, you do need to fill out a form 1583 at the post office.
Here's the application here, the directions. It's on the second page, and also the instructions. And if you have issues with any documents you needed, it's here.
Okay.
Also, it's telling you have to get certain stuff notarized. So you
Okay.
can just read the instruction and directions. Any questions you have after you read it and have issues with the application, we can answer it for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you will need an address already. So you can use a relative, family, friend. No mail will go there. But to set up your virtual address, you need to have an existing address already. Here is a form. This is form 1583 that you will fill out at the post office. Once you fill out this form completely, you also need to have it notarized. So you'll need an existing address already in order to get your virtual address. Keep that in mind. So once you get all that set up, you've selected the company you want to go with for your virtual address. You filled out the 1583 form at the post office. You've gotten it notarized. You preferably have paid for it by the year, and selected your address. So in order to get mail on the road, that is where forwarding comes in. So now a third-party company, your virtual address, is already handling your mail. And that is what this form is for. This form is to give consent to a third party to handle your mail. Your home address, virtual address I'm speaking of, is in your current state. But you're somewhere else across the country, and you ordered an Amazon package, let's say. You can pay an additional fee, it is additional, to have mail sent to wherever you are, which means you'll need another address for that mail to be sent to you. You'll have to figure out what address you'll be using as you're traveling the country in whatever state you're going to be in. So if you have mail coming in and you want it, you will need an address to have that mail forwarded to. That could be a relative. Maybe you're only traveling in the states where you have relatives. That makes it easy for you to have an address to send things to. Otherwise, it can get pretty expensive just getting addresses, getting, maybe just paying for a monthly virtual address in whatever state you're in. So the prices can add up when you're living van life, not including some of the other things that I spoke about in a previous video, but even just mail delivery. Whereas if you decide to become a van dweller and you live in your home state or different states for a year or more, it's a lot more feasible, because let's say you pay for 1 year for a virtual address. At the end of that year, you can just move to a new state, pay for another year for a virtual address in that state. This is a lot more affordable, and to me, a lot more reasonable. And as a single woman, it's just a lot safer than living on the road for me, right? And living at campsites for me. So that is some information on the virtual addresses. Many of them come with also fax capability. You can receive fax, you can receive packages. Make sure you read all of the details of each address you select in each company, because they may have a limit. Like, you may only be able to receive 10 packages a month for free. And then if you get more than 10 packages per month, it'll cost you. You may only be able to receive 10 or 25 or 50 pieces of mail per month. Anything over whatever that allotted amount is will cost you an additional. Some of them charge to open and scan your mail. That way you can see online without going to your virtual address. You can see online what mail you have. Some places charge additional for them to open and scan so that you can see that. So just make sure you, as you're selecting whatever company you want to go with, you read all of the package details that they have. So it is absolutely possible to live van life and van dwelling life and receive mail and packages while you're on the road. And I'm assuming that if you plan on living van life, traveling on the road, your finances will be able to afford that lifestyle, because that is a very expensive lifestyle. So I hope this information was helpful for you. I hope you got something out of it that you did not know before about virtual addresses. And be sure to check out some of my previous videos. One of them, 11 keys to being a full-time mobile dweller that no one else will tell you, linked in the description box below, as well as the most recent video that I did titled Traditional Living is Too Expensive. Check that video out. I go over a couple of other things that you should keep in mind when deciding to become a full-time van lifer living on the road. Okay? So thank you again for watching this video. If you watched all the way through the end, a special thank you to you. Shout out to you. Peace and blessings. I will see you on my next video. Peace.